Hello everyone, my name is Dustin Schmidt and I'm a creative director, cinematographer, stills, and aerial photographer in Oklahoma City. I want to talk about an interesting product that I use on every single video shoot. It works with every camera on the market and it'll be in your kit for a very, very long time. It's a product that's been out for a while, but it deserves being brought back to everyone's attention. It's the Rush Designs VCT Baseplate. Let's check it out. I'm a big fan of spending money on things that are camera agnostic and that you can utilize for the rest of your career. Cameras come and go, resolutions keep going higher, and the technology advances, but there are some things that don't go out of style, and a great baseplate is one of those things. The Rush Designs VCT Baseplate was first developed by the shooters at 0.0 Productions, the team that shot all of Anthony Bourdain's TV shows. They traveled constantly for those shows, and they were looking for the lightest VCT baseplate they could find that had only the absolute essentials. Unfortunately, nobody made a baseplate that really fit those specifications, so they decided to make one themselves. And here we are. Now, to give credit where it's due, I'm not the first person to highlight what a great baseplate this is. I first saw it in an online talk that Zach Zamboni gave for Rural Boston Camera. Zach Zamboni was the longtime cinematographer for Anthony Bourdain and 0.0 Productions, and he knows a thing or two about traveling with camera equipment. But he kind of mentions it in passing in that speech and talks only a little bit about why it's great without too much detail. I was intrigued by what I saw and heard in that, but I had a lot more questions. Then this baseplate was written about on newsshooter.com by Spencer Chumley, another documentary cinematographer who likes to travel light and efficiently. He wrote a pretty thorough article that lays out a lot of the pros and cons, and I've linked to that article in the description below. But there hasn't been a video review talking specifically about this baseplate, which is where this video comes in. Now, there are some great VCT baseplates on the market. Zacuto's is very nice. Tilta and Shape have one. Small Rig makes a cheap one that works just fine, and all of the other usual players have one as well. But they're all pretty big and bulky, and they're heavy. One of the biggest reasons you choose something like the Rush Designs VCT baseplate over other options is the weight, or lack thereof in this case. The Rush Designs VCT baseplate only weighs 426 grams with 4 kip levers installed, or 15 ounces, so less than a pound. For comparison, Zacuto lists the weight of their VCT Pro baseplate at 960 grams, or just over 2.1 pounds, and Small Rig's VCT baseplate is listed at 1,020 grams, or about 2.25 pounds, which puts both of them at over double the weight of the Rush Designs plate. There's probably some people out there who are saying, yeah, but there's no shoulder pad, and they're right. But you can get one very inexpensively if you even want to add one on. Some people may prefer to go without additional padding on this baseplate, and that's the beauty of the design. You don't have to add it if you don't want to, which is something that other baseplates out there don't have as an option. If you do want to add a shoulder pad, there's a great option sold by Shape called the Shape V-Lock Replacement Pad. It's only $31 and comes with soft side Velcro already attached on one side. So you can literally just stick it right on the baseplate's industrial hard-sided Velcro and you're good to go. The shoulder pad itself weighs only 33 grams. So even with the shoulder pad added, the total weight of the baseplate and shoulder pad is still only 459 grams. The baseplate ships extremely bare bones. It comes with simple nuts and screws to tighten down your rod clamps. If you want the kip adjustable levers, then you need to request them, and it's an additional cost of around $50. But I think it's a must if you're going to adjust your rig at any point and don't want to carry around a wrench to do so. The build is super high quality. It's made of anodized aluminum, and like I mentioned earlier, it has industrial Velcro pre-attached to the bottom. It's very solid. I've had a fully rigged Canon C300 Mark III, Mark II, C200 on it, and cameras of a similar size, and have had no issues. There's no flex or give to the baseplate. All of the connections are super tight, and over the course of nearly 3 years of continuous use, I've never had to tighten anything or fix any loose joints. The baseplate comes with a universal mount with a 1/4 20 and 3/8 screw. There's some travel within the slot so you can adjust for different camera mounting differences, and the attachment plate itself has nearly the full length of the base plate available for movement. If you want to go super low profile, then you can mount your camera directly to the base plate to decrease the height on your shoulder. Or you can do like I do and add a quick release system in between in case you want to minimize your camera package even further really quickly. My one annoyance with this mounting plate is that the screws are not captive screws, so they'd be really easy to lose. If they were to do an update to this plate, I'd recommend making that change. However, once you have your camera and plate connected, it's probably not coming on and off a whole bunch. At the front of the base plate, I typically use mine with a Kino Grip ball for my left hand and the Canon Smart Grip on the right side. They're both attached with a small rig 15mm rod clamp to airy rosettes. The nice thing about this small rig clamp over some others is that there's a 15-degree tilt, which eases the pressure on your wrists a little bit. As of May 2019, this base plate with the kip levers added cost me $615 when I purchased it. That may sound like a lot of money for a base plate, and it is. However, as of right now, Zacuto's VCT Pro base plate is $650, so the Rush Design base plate is actually cheaper. On the other hand, Small Rig's version is only $200, so you have options. In order to get in touch with Rush Designs about this base plate, you have to email them direct and ask them for it. You can't order it from an online shop or link that's on their website, and they don't even list the price. So I do wish that was easier. But once I did email them to get in touch, they were very quick to respond, and the rest of the transaction was very smooth. So do I recommend this base plate? Absolutely. It's hands down the best base plate I've ever had the pleasure of using. I've owned other base plates, but I sold all of them as soon as I got the Rush Designs base plate. I don't think there's a better base plate out there for what I do and how I like to work. You may disagree. Let me know in the comments below. I hope some of this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.